Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Starfield. My name is Camel. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to get a unique Grendel, basically a machine gun, called Acid Rain. Not only that, but it does actually have a unique appearance, unlike any other weapon in the game. It is fairly easy to get, we'll just have to do a quest, and we'll also unlock access to a brand new vendor that you can only get access to after doing said quest. So whether you want the weapon or not, this is worth doing anyway. Now, if this kind of stuff interests you, my other Starfield videos can be found down in the description via the playlist link. Down there, you can also find all of my social media links. Be sure to help me out and check them out after the video. But without further hesitation, get your best umbrella, because we're going to go and deal with Acid Rain. So this is pretty simple. What we will need to do is come to the city of New Atlantis. Once here, we want to head towards the mast building in the center of the city. The mast building is the one with the big glass fin, basically. I'm sure you know it. Once you get here, head down the ramp at the front of the building, which will head down to the subway system. Once you get down to the train station, what we want to actually do is turn to the left and head towards this large elevator door. Once we get there, jump in and then hit the panel on the wall and go down to the well. Once we arrive in the well, we just want to walk out of the elevator and head straight ahead. Go straight past the medbay, don't turn there, keep going straight. Follow these pipes and we want to go through that doorway that says exit above it. Now, once we pass those two big fans on the right, we want to turn to the right, where we will see there is the Trade Authority, but also there is Apex Electronics. What we want to do is head on inside here. And while there is the merchant standing there behind the desk, there's actually another dude in here sitting here on a crate. This is the guy we want to speak to, Vicente Salinas.
I help out Henrik from time to time. Not very often these days. But that's fine.
Slow day in here, isn't it?
Maybe a little, but that's not such a bad thing, is it? Better than all the noise and attention topside, if you ask me.
Yeah, fair enough. So what do you do here exactly?
Oh, Henrik is an old friend of mine. I help out around here from time to time. But I don't just loiter around. I'm involved in my own business endeavor as well.
Suspect. But I'd like to do business with you.
Unfortunately, I'm quite old-fashioned. I only deal with associates that I know and trust. But if you do a small favor for me, I might feel comfortable opening my business up to you. All you need to do is pick up a package from Red Mile and deliver it to me. You don't even need to interact with anyone.
Again, suspect. So what even is your business, Skooma dealer?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that yet, but I assure you, it's quite lucrative.
So what is exactly in this package then?
The contents are of no interest to you. And they're not contraband if that's what you're wondering. If you're uncomfortable doing this favor, you're free to decline.
What the hell, sure, I'll do it.
Fantastic. I eagerly await your return. Stay out of trouble.
Unlikely. So once we select all those dialogue options, we will see that we have a quest called a Shipment for Salinas, which, as he said, requires us to travel to the Red Mile. Easiest thing to do is go to the quest and click Y, which will show it on the map. If you're on PC, it'll be some other button. Just look down the bottom for show on map option on the quest. Then it will bring up the planet with the Red Mile. We just want to fast travel there. If you haven't been there already, it is way out here in the Porima system on the planet Porima 3. So if you have this quest active, when we arrive, we will see there is a quest marker over to the left-hand side of the building, provided you're facing it when you first arrive. So just head over to the quest marker, pick up the package behind some dumpsters, again, very suspect. So once you've got it, just head back to your ship or just fast travel straight back to New Atlantis. Of course, once you get back to New Atlantis, head back down into the well and follow the quest marker back to Apex Electronics, head inside and of course speak to Vincent, who is still sitting on the crate.
Have you retrieved my package yet?
Yep, here is the package.
Ah, excellent. I see you've held up your end of the bargain, so I'll do the same. Salinas Hardware is now open for business. I'll unlock the door for you. Feel free to come around and peruse my wares anytime.
Now, once the quest is actually finished, it will exit dialogue and we have to go back into dialogue and ask him to see what he has for sale. Now, annoyingly, if you want to buy and sell from this guy, you will have to do this every time and he will then stand up and open the door, walk into his shop, and then you have to speak to him a third time to say, show me what you got, and then he'll show you what he's selling. It is a bit of a faff, but having an extra merchant, i.e. a way to get rid of your items to get credits, can be super beneficial. So once he's finally ready to actually sell stuff to us, we want to click on show me what you got for sale, and at the very top of the weapons list will be a weapon called Acid Rain. This is the unique Grendel that we came here for. And as you can see, it looks pretty different to the normal Grendel. Now, you will have to purchase this from him, and I will say that even though it's 7,117 credits, that's not too much. I do actually have the commerce skill maxed out. Mine is at rank 4, which means that I can buy things for 20% less and sell things for 20% more. So if you don't have this skill at this rank, your Acid Rain will cost a little bit more. Now, as we can see, when I flick between Acid Rain and the default Grendel, the appearance is totally different. The standard Grendel is mostly white with a bit of gold, gray, and black, whereas Acid Rain has a lot more black, some gray speckles. The metal framework has a very bright and vibrant, metallic, almost toxic green color to it, and there are some speckles of this same toxic green throughout the black of the bodywork. So this weapon visually stands out quite a bit. It's a very striking piece. And I did look this thing up and down in every which way I could, and I couldn't really see any unique details to the appearance of it, apart from the colorations. But my personal favorite part, I don't know why, but I just really like this, is the ammunition counter screen on the top of the weapon is actually green as well. And given the weapon is called Acid Rain and it has corrosive bullets, which we'll get into in a minute, I really wish that the laser pointer, the laser sight kind of thing, I really wish it was green. That would have been so much cooler and like on brand for the weapon, but alas, got a red laser pointer. Oh well. And with every other unique item that I've found so far that has a unique appearance, if we take it to a weapons workbench and go to modifications, at the bottom we have skins where you can change the appearance of a weapon if you've unlocked a skin for it. So far the only skins I'm aware of are pre-order skins, which do not have a skin available for the Grendel anyway, but if at some point a Grendel skin comes out in Starfield, you can't change the appearance of Acid Rain. There is actually a lock symbol on the skin slot because you cannot change the appearance, because what Acid Rain has is a unique appearance. Okie dokie. Let's now look at the stats. Of course, given the Acid Rain is a unique variant of the Grendel, we will be comparing its stats to the base version of the Grendel. So it deals physical damage and it's got a base damage of 3, which is the same as the Grendel. It's got the same ammunition type, it's got the same magazine size, exactly the same fire rate. Its range, however, is 22, which is 2 better than the default Grendel. Its accuracy is 70.3%, which is 4.1% better than the Grendel. Its mass is 2.4, which makes it 0.25 kilograms lighter than the base version of the Grendel. Not a massive difference, but that's something. Its value is of course way higher, and it has 5 out of 8 mods, where of course the normal Grendel will come with none. Now the mods it does have, it's got the short barrel, the laser sight, the compensator, the tactical grip, and high velocity. To be honest, I haven't modded any weapons, so I don't really know what any of that means, but I would imagine that most of the stat differences of Acid Rain to the Grendel are coming from the modifications on it and not unique stats baked into the weapon itself. But what does make it pretty cool is it has the corrosive effect. Randomly deals corrosive damage and reduces the target's armor over 6 seconds. Now, obviously, with it having the corrosive effect, this is where it gets its name, Acid Rain. So when you're running around using the Acid Rain on enemies, you will see big green clouds of acid, I guess, puff up, and this is how you know that Acid Rain special effect, the corrosive effect, is actually, it's activated and it is dissolving the enemy's armor. Does this stack? I don't think so. I don't know mathematically, I haven't tested this in terms of like game numbers, because quite frankly I don't know how to, but I used Acid Rain a fair bit for the purposes of this video, and personally, I think it's terrible. I will preface all of this by saying that my character doesn't really have any points into any skills that would make Acid Rain a better weapon, would, you know, make it do more damage, fire faster, have better accuracy, whatever. So I am using Acid Rain in pretty much the worst version of itself, but using the worst version of itself, no part of using it made me go, you know what, I gotta dump more points into these skills because using this thing is awesome. It was actually the other way. It was like, I'm putting this in a box and never looking at it again. Maybe you can get more use out of this. Maybe you can find some great way to utilize this in some kind of really effective build. Personally, for me, this is going in the collector's box and not in my everyday inventory. Now, the reason for this is that it takes so bloody long to kill anything with it. It got to a point where it was just like comical. I was shooting people for so long and their health would barely go down. So what I ended up doing was going into God mode, using a console command to go into God mode, which means I don't use any ammunition. And even without using ammunition and never having to reload, it takes ages to kill anything. Just look at this. This is a level 48 Spacer Predator, so he does have extra health bars, but I'm standing there shooting him for about 20 seconds straight, and his health wasn't even at full health. Again, I'm in God mode, I don't have to reload, I'm not using any ammunition, and it's just taking forever. Like, if you want to use this thing in normal gameplay where you do have to reload and your character can take damage, I don't think this is going to be a very viable option for anyone. Again, maybe I'm looking at this totally wrong and you've got some 200 IQ move to make this weapon awesome, or make a build where you can totally utilize this for your full gameplay. But from what I experienced, it's a cool weapon to look at. It's got a cool name, cool premise, it dissolves armor, cool. But I'm not going to use it, that's for sure. When using a weapon in God mode isn't viable, I mean, it's kind of doomed, really. So it turns out, as cool as Acid Rain looks, as cool and dangerous as that name is, the only thing that Acid Rain has dissolved is its chances of being used in my playthrough. Again, not having any skills that make it better, that doesn't help its case at all. But it didn't convince me to suddenly drop my build and, you know, switch to this machine gun build. But anyway, regardless, it's always cool to collect all the unique items in-game, which I will be doing and making guides for, so now you know how to get Acid Rain. I hope you can have fun with it, but at the very least, I hope I've helped you find another unique item in Starfield. So I hope you found this helpful, and I'd love to know what other secrets or advice you have for myself and other players. Starfield is colossal, but it's also filled with a million tiny details and hidden things, and I would love to hear about what you find or figure out in-game. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Check out my other videos via the Starfield playlist link down in the description. Down there you can find all of my social media links. Be sure to check all of that out. If you would like to support the channel in a more personal way, please feel free to drop a super thanks. That would be greatly appreciated. I've been Camel. I would like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you there soon.